Okay, it looks like we're off to the races again. They're planning on sending a whole bunch of new money to small business because they ran out, as you all know. And so it's coming. They're pretty close. So it's going to be about another week or two. But I think what you should do now is start getting ready. Start applying now. Don't wait for the money to get there. It looks pretty good. I mean, sure, nobody can guarantee unless it's there. But make sure you get as much ready now. And you see what's going to happen. They're giving away more in the PP, this is the Paycheck Protection Program. Looks like they're giving more this time than last time. And they're set aside a small percentage of that, actually 60 billion, to small financial institutions. And I'll tell you how to find them too. Then in addition, they're adding money to that EIDL, that's the emergency lending program that has a $10,000 grant in it. So that's going to be increased. And actually in this is also money for testing. If you're an entrepreneur, that's less interested to you. And for hospitals, $75 billion there. So it's going to be about $500 billion, and last time it was 2 trillion, right? But that was locked on a big business and the IRS and all that kind of stuff. So just for the small business part is bigger than the first time. So they're doubling, it's about, and again, the data isn't real till it actually passes law, which probably has, less than a week to go. But I want you to get ready for that. If that's still interesting to you, you didn't get money last time, it was too late, or things screwed up. Okay, here's the kinds of things I think you should be doing now. Let's see, I got to find the right one here, the right tab. Okay, one, remember that things like PayPal, QuickBooks, all these other people now that are available to apply with. In other words, you don't have to go through a bank. These are non-bank companies that will help you apply for it. So that may be easier. You may want to sign up for a PayPal account now, so you remember, right? And you could use their information, to apply for a loan. Okay, so that I think is very interesting. Or QuickBooks. And here's some other ones: Funding Circle, Square, On Deck. These are all financial service companies, but not official banks. So that's why I think you may want to join them. Like, it costs nothing to be in PayPal. It just costs you have a checking account, I think, or whatever. Not positive, but you check it out. So that's important. And these are the 2 programs you want to be interested, because this is what's getting more money. Paycheck Protection Program and the EIDL, that's for emergency money. And that has the $10,000 forgivable. After that, there's another loan part that may be interesting to you. But if you go to the SBA.gov and put in coronavirus, you'll start finding them. Now, here's where the more research you have to do. Okay, it's finding local community banks. There's a lot of, you probably saw the headlines about the big banks got all this goddamn money and the big companies, and they figured it all out. Of course, they've been lobbying for this stuff. They have lobbyists in town waiting for this to drop, and then they just pull the trigger because they know what to do. Well, that's what you have to do, is start getting, now you know what's coming. So now what you have to do is get in line, so when you pull the trigger, you're ready to go. And I think, the one thing is, go to people like PayPal or Intuit, all these other non-commercial banks. I showed you that list that you could search and get, and start up, become, join their group to see how you could get them to do it for you. See, a lot of time people went to banks and they weren't past customers and all this kind of stuff. So you want to line all that up now before the money falls into there. So you want to do all the work now. It's going to be a pain in the ass, and it's going to be worse a week from now. So get it over with now and start doing it, because you'll change your mind 10 times and things will happen. So here, find your community banks. Okay, that's icba.org, and then in that .org, in there you'll find a map, and you put in your zip codes, and you find all the community banks in your area. Now, these are small little banks. These are not big banks on Wall Street, and they're the people that just churn the numbers and get as much money as they can because they're trying to please investors. These are small banks trying to help communities. So that was one of the bigger problems that the Democrats were pushing on, that they had to make sure that money got to people that are less familiar with the banking system. Okay. And that's why using community banks. So you find all the community banks where you live in an area or whatever, and ask about how is it possible that you could join their bank so that when this comes, that you could apply for a loan for the government program. Okay. Community banks, go become a member. So ask them, so you could use them to apply for this other money. Okay. And they're less busier than Chase and all these kind of other stuff. So that's what you want. You want to know is that also get in line with, find out who your federal people are, your congressman and senator, and you do that by commoncause.org. And it says, find your representative, and your state. Your state elected officials are really good because a lot of this goes to the local level. So you're dealing with a local community bank, then they are helpful. Now, there's one other place I think you should go to right now, because whatever county you're in, you go to the County Economic Development Office. Now, this is a county where I lived for 30, 40 years, called Montgomery County, Maryland. Everybody's going to be different. Some will be very helpful. Some may not even know what the hell you're talking about or whatever, but just see what it is. See how you could use them. Tell them that you want to get ready to apply for this. And then you find out they have money. Like here, emergency grant for small businesses. This is in the county. See, that's another one that you miss. So you're doing a twofer here. By that, you're finding, hey, how could I get help to make sure I get in line to get this new SBA, because you want to know and see what they have. They have people they spend money on to be financial advisors to small businesses. So that's what you want to get your county do that. And then you learn what kind of programs your county has. And that's why it'll be double. So that's why this is going to happen. So here, apply for emergency grant. That's right there. Okay. So you could do that while you're waiting. And find all that. See, and the point is not to wait till they pass the law. Oh, the money's there. Then you run out the door and try. And holy shit, there's a big line at the door at the bank. And so there is going to be, and there's probably a line there now because the smarter people are going to line up all that now. So you be one of the smarter ones, even though it's a pain in the ass now. It's not going to get easier, and these are definite amounts of money, that only so much, the emergency, that EIDL is only like $60 billion. And that's about what they had, I think, last time. So when that goes. And the same way with the PPP, if you got to go PPP, there's a bathroom right over. The PPP program is like about the same as it was last time. It looks like a little more. I'm not confused. Last time it was about 350. This time it may be 370 billion. Who knows what a billion is? So you got to get in there, and do it. Don't let it buy and be the last one in line. Oh, nobody does anything for me. Oh, yeah, boy, yeah. You're right. There's a lot of greedy suckers out there that are going to get in line first. But even if you fail that and you're learning, you learn the system. That's what it is. Then you'll be stronger, better, whatever for the next time. So that's why you're always learning too. And that's why it's fun to play, because then you see how much better you're going to get. Because you'll learn, oh, this guy's an asshole. You don't want to go to there. Oh, next time I'm going to go, I'm just going to go right to Harry. Man, Harry knew everything. And that's what you want to find. You want to find your Harry. I used to call him your Charlie Porter. Because that's one of the first guys I found in the government. I called Charlie Porter. Man, that sucker worked for me for a month and a half for free. He was great. and they're in there, man. And the fat cats know that. That's what they used to hire people like me to go find these people, so they get the money. So now you do it yourself, and it's better. You fight your own wars, man. That's a better fight, right? Instead of being a hired gun. So Lesko help members. Let me know what else you need. Have all this in a report. Then I'm going to send out to everybody and attach it. For the members, if you're not a member, you have all the websites, that I talked about how to do it. And it's really a procedure. How to do things? Not that you have the magic number. Nobody has the magic number. The magic number is trying a lot. That's how you get magic. You just try a whole goddamn bunch of times, and then it's not magic. It's luck. And then you parlay on that. And then that gives you muscles and confidence or whatever to do it again sometime. And then you finally fail again a lot and then get lucky. But if you expect to do one thing and get lucky, that's not going to work. Oh, maybe it does. Then I put you in an infomercial and everybody thinks that happened. That's how it is. But it doesn't.